Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cards by Melissa Minor. Today I am playing along with some of my friends over at Color Rush Studio, and they are using this sketch all month long, and this sketch is provided by Shannon Allure, and the challenge is to use the largest photo you can that captures the real life moments we tend not to document, and in general the real life story. So you can see there's like a circular image here, then some images at the bottom, and then some little banners at the top. So I'm going to try to follow along with that. I don't have a really large photo. I do print my photos at home, but I'm going to do the best I can. I've picked out a photo that I've been waiting to scrapbook that's important to me, and so I want to use it. All right, so I'm going to start off here by using some clear gesso to prep my page. I'm kind of new here to the mixed media scene, but I'm really getting into it. And I know a lot of people that do mixed media don't really show on their videos how they prep their pages. So I thought I would leave this in my video. I just use here a brush, and I'm using some clear gesso and putting it here on some white cardstock. So you just paint this on here, and that's all you do. And then I let it sit for a little while because I'm very impatient. I probably didn't let it sit long enough, but you just let it sit for a while, and then that preps your page so that the paint can move around on your page. All right, so looking at the sketch, they had a circular image. So I did cut this out on my Cricut ahead of time, and then I laid it on my page and then snipped off a little portion of the side. And then I used some of the papers in the previous fall kit that I'd purchased off the website, and I just snipped them in just different various sizes and backed that circular image, and I'm going to use that on my page. So I'm just taking it here and placing it on my page that I prepped with gesso and using a pencil to see where I kind of want to put my paints. Now, this first paint that I want to put down here, this is from the March 2024 color kits from Shimmers Paints. And this is an Inklings, and I think that the names are so fun on these paints. And this is called Dear John Letter. So if you don't know, Inklings, it's a solid watercolor, and you spray it or mist it with water, and you let it sit for a minute, and then the colors come alive. And if it's not thin enough, you just add more water and then blend it out. And it has a high sheen and a shimmer. So I'm just dabbing some water and dabbing my paintbrush into the Inklings, that Dear John letter color, into the water and in the paints, and then putting it onto my page, kind of going along on the outline of that circle, because I know that the circle that I backed with the papers from the October kit that I purchased from the Color Rush Studio website is, that's where I want this paint, this mixed media to come back behind from there. So I know all the other girls from Color Rush Studio are playing along, and they're using the July kit, but I don't have the July kit. So I'm just using what I have, and I have this beautiful October kit. And Color Rush Studio has the monthly kits that you can purchase from their website. They have that subscription, but you can also just purchase previous kits from their website. And so that's what I've done. And I did do a full unboxing of this October kit on my channel before, so I will leave that link down below in the description box, as well as a link to their website down below as well. Okay, so I'm really liking the way this is looking. I'm also going to add a little bit of splatter of this Dear John letter, and I like that this Inklings has that shimmer, so that high sheen and shimmer, which is really going to look pretty, I think, coming back behind my circular image. So I'm just adding a little bit of splatter here. And I like that this is going to be a fall page. So I like that this Dear John letter is kind of like a faint color, and it really gives me that fall vibe. Okay, so just a little bit more splatter here, and I'm adding a little bit more water to the page just to really move that color around. And, you don't have to be an expert, I don't think, to add mixed media. Like I said, I'm pretty new at mixed media, so just give it a try. Watch a few videos and give it a try yourself. So I'm bringing in my image just to see what this is going to look like. And I'm going to add a little bit more water because I do want that to come out just a little bit more from behind my background. So I'm going to put this Dear John letter color away, and I want to add a little bit of pink. There's a lot of pink in my paper, and so I'm going to bring in another color now. So the next color I want to bring in is called Good Old Summertime. And this is a new color. This came in the July 2024 color kits from Shimmers. And this is called a Creamies. Now, a Creamies, it's a satin color, and it works just like the Inklings. You spritz a little bit of water and you let it sit, or you add a few drops of water, and then you take your paintbrush and you mix it up. So I'm doing the same thing, and I'm adding a little bit here to, oh, what is this called? Oh my goodness, my little glass mat. That's what it is, my glass mat here. I love my glass mat, and it's also magnetic, but I just have a small one. And so I'm adding a little bit of this Good Old Summertime, even though I'm doing a fall layout, but I love that name. But I just want a little subtle bit of that pink to show. So I'm mixing it in with my Dear John letter, and I just want a little bit of that pink to show through. I don't want the pink to be overpowering, and I know it's going to dry back a little bit lighter because I'm going to add a little bit more water to this, but I want just a little bit of pink to show through. So I'm going to keep adding a little bit of pink here around here. And I think that this is going to pair really nice with the colors in this fall collection. So I think that not only can this this layout, this sketch work well for summer, but it can also work well for fall. And I can even see this sketch working well for Christmas. I'm getting lots of ideas popping into my head here for how you can use this same sketch. I can even see it working for sports and just lots of things. So I'm really excited about this sketch that Shannon provided this month. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting a few splatters of the pink, the Good Old Summertime, and adding that around my page. Now I am going to add a large cluster at the bottom, so a lot of that isn't going to show, and it kind of looks like a hot mess now. I'm watching this back on camera, but it's going to dry back a lot lighter than it's showing here. So, okay, so I'm adding just a little bit more in, and I'm really liking this. Okay, so I have that all done. And now I think I want to add a little bit of color to the sides of my pages. So to give it that more fall vibe, I am using some Distress Oxide ink in the color Vintage Photo. And I won't have you watch me ink all of the edges of everything, but I am taking that white page here. And I believe I cut my white background down to 11 by 11.5. And I'm using an ink dauber here from scrapbook.com, and I'm inking the edges, and I'm a little off camera here, but I've inked the background, and I'm also inking the edges of the pieces that I'm going to back the photo with, and I'm also inking the edges of some of those banner strips like that were in the sketch that I'm going to use in the upper right hand corner. And I apologize, I'm completely off camera here and did not realize that when I'm filming. So I guess I'm holding all of those pieces and I'm just inking away. But I am inking up all of those. And then I also have a few pieces that I've picked out or cut out from the paper. there's a lot of little pieces that I'm going to use for ephemera that I have fussy cut out. And so I'm also inking the edges of each of those, which I love the paper that comes in all of these kits for that reason. Is there's lots of good images in the paper that you can use to fussy cut. So let me tell you a little bit about the photo, since there's nothing for me to watch on the screen. So my boyfriend Dale's birthday a couple years ago, I got him these tickets to build a charcuterie board. And I haven't scrapbooked this event yet, and I don't know why. It was an absolute blast, and I have lots more photos that I will scrapbook later, but at least I have this one photo that I'm going to document. And I can journal about his birthday on this page. And then there's another page that I can make all about the charcuterie boards that were more like Halloweenish. But this page and this photo is all just going to be about his birthday. And so it was in the fall. His birthday is in October. So these papers and this kit is perfect for fall. And, we were dressed, to go to this charcuterie event. So we were all in fall colors. So here I am. I've got the page all the way done, and I've got all my pieces backed. And now I'm pointing out that I've got this little, when I went ahead and adhered my mixed media background page to one of the papers from the kit, I had a little ripple, and I didn't like that. So I just took one of the pattern papers and I tore one of the edges. I'm just going to glue that down here, and I'm kind of mixing it in with the banners. None of the banners that I cut were long enough to cover that little ripple piece that I didn't like on my background page. So I'm just going to camouflage that, and I just added this little torn edge. So I've never done that before, but I think it kind of goes with my mixed media effect that I have going on with this page. So I love the way my mixed media has turned out. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so I'm going to start gluing down these banners, and I didn't measure any of them. I just took scraps from the paper from my kit, and I just dovetailed the ends. So how I do my dovetails is I just snip a piece. I just snip the center, and then I cut it from one edge towards that center, and then I take the other side and snip to meet that edge. So I know there's lots of different ways to make dovetails. Some people will kind of fold their page in half and then cut. You can do that as well, but I like to just snip, guess where the center is, and cut in and then cut in again. So that's how I make my dovetails. So I went ahead and did that off camera. And again, I did ink the edges of these with that Distress Oxide ink. So I'm gluing these down. And then this little piece, this little wood looking piece, I cut this off of one of the pattern papers. It was from one of the 3x4 cut apart pieces in the pattern paper, and I just thought that looked kind of neat, and it just kind of finished that off at the top. So I'm just going to glue that up there just to kind of finish off that little cluster. All right, so let me bring back in my photo here. I've added my photo to the this circle, or I guess it's what you can call it, a circle, and it looks like my tape runner ran out, but I'm adding a little more tape runner here. I have a couple backups, and I'm using this Artiste glue to, not only am I using tape runner, I like to mix my glues, especially when I have a mixed media background, just to make sure everything is going to adhere. So I mixed both tape runner adhesive and also the glue. Okay, so I don't think I have the footage on here, but I did add a little bit of foam tape to the back of my photo, both on the left and right sides and at the bottom. And what that's going to do is going to leave me a pocket so that I can add a tag to the center for journaling, because I don't really have a spot for journaling on my page once I get ready to add all this ephemera here to the bottom. So I'm going to start building a cluster. So this autumn sticker that was on the sticker sheet, and then I fussy cut this hello acorn, and then I fussy cut the little, I guess it's like a journaling tag there from one of the papers. And then I love this little crocheted pumpkin. And then I've got this little strip of, I don't know what you call that, like, I think they call it frazzles at Color Rush Studio. So I've got this little piece of frazzle. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the bottom of the autumn sticker. And I'm going to start building my cluster and off of the page so that I can move it around as one piece. So I'm going to glue a little bit of the frazzle. Now I used quite a bit of the frazzle on my last layout, which again, I'll leave linked down below. But I have this little piece left and I really love this. So I'm going to glue this little like journaling tag. I'm not going to use it as a journaling piece. I'm actually going to just use it as a place to build up my clusters. I like to have a place for my clusters, like a spot for them to rest. So I'm going to go ahead and set that there. And then I know this acorn that I fussy cut is going to need some foam tape. So I'm going to grab some foam tape so that it pops up because the sticker is puffy. It's a puffy sticker. And so I'm going to go ahead and get some foam tape and put that on the back of here so I can just kind of play around with the placement. And then you can see here in my stack and sort tray in the upper right hand corner of the screen, I've already picked out some more of the embellishments. And you can see here I fussy cut that little word I love fall from the paper. And then that little like cork pumpkin came in the kit. Those are so cool. I love all the different textures of the ephemera and the different textures of the frazzles and things that come in the Color Rush Studio kits. They're just so unique and they just add just such a different element to your pages, and they just really elevate your pages in a different way. And so I love that. So let's see here. I have Hello Autumn and I Love Fall, which I do love fall. I love all the colors. I love all the smells. I love wearing sweaters and I just love fall. So I can't wait for fall. As I'm sitting here in the summertime and it's so hot outside. I mean, I like summer, but I love sunshine, but there's just something about fall and like the crunching of leaves and the colors. And so I'm really excited. Like I said, I loved this kit. And when I saw it was on sale on their website, did you guys know? I don't even know if I mentioned that. They have more of this autumn kit on the website and it's on sale. Like if you don't have this kit, you need to rush out and get it. Okay, so I'm building this embellishment cluster down here, and I think that looks cute. I think I'm about to have this done. So let me go ahead and put some glue down here, and we will get this stuck down. This is looking really cute. I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm so excited to just get these documented. I've had this picture for a while. In fact, I have this picture sitting next to my bed and I look at it every day, but I don't have it in an actual album. And so I'm excited to get this in the actual scrapbook. And it's definitely a memory that I want to have documented. So there we go. Off camera, I did add a few stickers, and you can see here I did add a few gems. I have everything glued down, and I did get that little pumpkin glued down. And then here's my tag. I cut this out with a die that I have, and then I added a little bit of that frazzle ribbon to the top. And then I do like to type my journaling, and then I will get that onto this tag, and then I'll stick that down. But here's a little bit. Here's more of that frazzle. So then this is at the top of my page here. So you'll just be able to reach in and pull out that journaling. And then I use these little dots here from Honeybee. So there it is. There is my finished layout. I'm so excited to have this done. Any products that I used, I will have linked below, and I do appreciate when you shop my links, as that helps support me and my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment and let me know today. Let me know if you've learned something new or enjoyed this. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all those things help me out here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!